Welcome back to Peaked in Middle School. I'm Kyle, and I'm here with John.
Hey guys, I'm John or Narwhal, and I had a very weird day yesterday.
Please tell us about it.
I heard in a podcast recently that there's a bunch of health benefits of taking very cold showers, and that if you work out really hard, I learned a couple things. First, after a workout, saunas are really, really good for you.
Dude, I hate the sauna, though.
And, like, it sucks, but it's, like, good for your,
Parasympathetic.
something like variable heart rate or something.
Okay.
Something like that. And
It's good for your heart rate.
it's good for your nervous system. And then after, if you, like, let your body chill out for a little bit and cool down, and then you're normal, then taking a really cold shower or an ice bath also really helps, like, your recovery of your nervous system. So anyways, I was like, I'm going to try this. And I got in the shower, and so I turn it on, and it's like pretty cold, but I didn't do it as cold as it could go yet. So it was like moderately cold, and I start with my foot, and then I don't know about you, but like I hate doing like my whole body all at once into cold. I like to kind of go like.
What about like a regular shower?
What do you mean?
Like, are you going straight into a regular shower?
Oh yeah, if it's warm, I'll go straight into it.
What about a hot tub? A bathtub? Bathtub, I have to ease myself into it.
Why?
Because if it's too hot.
Oh, you do that hot at bathtubs?
I mean, on accident
Baths?
sometimes. It's hard to like get the right temperature for bath.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just let it I just won't get in for a minute. I'll just let it,
I also take like one bath a year, so that's why.
I think
I don't know the last time.
I might have taken a bath at your house. I think I took a bath at your house the other year.
Like my mom's house?
Yeah.
Why the fuck? I've taken one bath there.
No,
so
I think we were like training, like marathon training, and we had to stay at your house, and I think I was like, I remember taking a bath in your mom's house. I'm pretty sure.
That's weird. I hope.
I think you were like, oh, like you can take a bath, and you were kind of like, why does he want to take a bath?
I mean, yeah, that sounds like I would have wondered why you wanted to take a bath.
Yeah, I don't really think I had an answer for you. I just wanted to take a bath.
Okay.
Is that weird?
It's not normal to just bathe at other people's houses, but
yeah,
that's cool.
But, anyways, yeah, so I like got in, I went like leg first, and then eventually I got to my back. But the thing that he made very clear is like, you really have to control your breathing and just like compose yourself.
Like, don't let it take your breath away.
Yeah. And don't start going or like, oh my God. Like, you got to just chill out. So I focused on my breathing, took deep breaths, and then eventually turned to like my front side, which I don't know about for you, but for me, like that's way harder.
Yeah, because
like
that's
your
where
balls get cold and your chest gets really cold.
Yeah.
But anyways, I controlled it, and for like the first minute, it was like whatever. I was just doing good, and then randomly, like after a minute, I just started laughing, and the laughing just got harder and harder, and I was literally in my shower, like belly laughing as hard as I could. Like, picture any time when Kyle and I have like just died laughing.
It was like that.
It was like that genuine. Like I couldn't even control it. I literally felt like I was high. And the best way I can describe it is that my joy level, like if I have a level for joy in my life, and like, if you like just met a really hot girl for the first time and she's super into you,
joy immediately stands up.
But like, this was like my joy was just cranked to 100, and I was just like on the top. Like, my RPMs were high, and I was just so happy.
I mean, like, was there a slow build up to it? Was it like a chuckle that like progressed into a belly laugh, or was it just?
It was almost instantaneous. Like, I just remember like cheesing so hard. I was like, it was like, I mean, obviously you can tell it's fake.
It didn't
but
sound like that.
It's whatever my like genuine laugh sounded like, and I was cheesing so hard, and then I was aware of what was happening, and I was like, this is so hilarious, that it made me laugh even more because I thought it was so funny that I was just uncontrollably laughing.
That's good. It's good that you can laugh by yourself. I mean, that is like really good. That's one of the most, like, it's great when someone else makes you laugh or you're with someone and you're laughing together, but when you're by yourself and you can laugh as hard as possible, that's pretty great.
Yeah, and I think that is like, I don't know. To me, that feels like something that is sometimes lost in American culture, this like grind culture. I just feel like just like being able to like be happy and have fun with yourself and just like on your own when there's a lot of people that just have a serious deep fear of like being alone or like doing things. I know people
I have a harder time with that.
Like are never alone ever, and they like will do anything to be like go to someone's house, or like they'll do anything just to get out and away so they're not by themselves. And I think, I don't know, to me it just felt like a very surreal moment because I literally was like a bystander. It kind of was the closest thing I've ever had to an out of body experience, because like I was still in my body, but that was the first time where I was like felt separated. I was like aware that I can't control this laughter and this is happening, and I'm just kind of witnessing it and going along with it.
How slow was this build up to you laughing?
I'll just recreate it, okay?
No, I mean like but I'm saying like how long before were you in the shower before you started laughing?
I'd say 60 seconds.
Oh my God.
Or like a minute, or like maybe 90 seconds of like just standing under the water, controlling my breathing. And so I'm sitting there like, and then it just like starts, it just starts going. And I don't know what it was. Jordan said, what was the fucking word he said?
Parasympathetic or something? Paradise.
Okay, let me see. He said, LOL, cold showers are key. Activate that parasympathetic.
Boom.
Should I Google that?
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. It's probably some weird like funky brain thing.
Parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for the body's rest and digestion response when the body is relaxed, resting, or feeding. It basically undoes the work of sympathetic division after a stressful situation. So, which makes sense why after working out really hard and you're doing that to your nervous system, it says the parasympathetic nervous system decreases respiration and heart rate and increases digestion.
So you're digesting great right now.
So I probably took I think I did take a nice shit after that.
Good. I'm happy for you. That's great.
Yeah.
We were not taking great shits in California.
No, bro. My poop that night I got back was just like, I could just, when the shit just looks sad.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's just like, it's like I look at that poop and I'm like, I'm sorry I created you.
Yeah. You actually do feel bad. You're like, I've been bad.
I've been a bad boy.
I've been a bad boy.
Yeah.
This is what I'm producing. But yeah, dude, anytime I travel, my stomach gets messed up.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just hard to eat like every meal. Like
it's also staying hydrated too.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Especially
I never drink enough water when I travel.
No, me neither. I drink a ton of water when I'm at home, but for whatever reason, I just break that habit. Probably because I'm just drinking alcohol all day.
Yeah, we drank. Like Kyle and I both have never been big drinkers, but I'd say, and not even that I drank a ton on any one day of this trip, but I think this was the most I drank in like a 4-day period in my life.
Me too. Yeah. At least no one like died,
Yeah, it was never like no one even got close to blacking out. But like, yeah, everyone was generally fine.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I do want to talk more about our trip, but in a second, because I don't want to forget. I want to there's a couple other things I want to say about the shower thing.
Okay.
First of all, highly recommend it, because after I got out of that shower, I was just so happy, and like my enthusiasm for like the rest of the day was just so high. And it was like it felt like I just got a huge dopamine rush in my head, and it was really cool. And
I'm going to try it.
Yeah. And I totally forgot, like, basically after I texted you guys, you responded with like, oh, like it's like that Wim Hof video, like the Iceman video, that guy started laughing. And I totally forgot about that. Like, what do you want to explain what happened?
Well, yeah, it wasn't anything with cold yet, but I think they were doing like a breathing thing. I know Wim Hof. Basically, if you guys want to watch this video, I think it was Yes Theory. They made a video with this guy named Wim Hof, who's just this fucking psycho dude. Anyways, this guy has this breathing routine that I'm guessing it's just like giving your body more oxygen than it needs. So you're
breathing in more than you're breathing out.
Yeah, so you're oversupplied with oxygen. So I think everything is just like super alert and shit. And for whatever reason, they kind of all get into this weird trance where they're all just laying on their backs doing this breathing thing. And then a couple of them started laughing really hard. One of them looked like he was having a seizure.
Yeah, one of them
like sat up or something.
It looked exactly like a seizure, and when you're watching it, it's actually terrifying. But they claim that that's like, they're like, oh, he's fine. They like wake him up, and then
Yeah, because like Wim Hof just goes over and like caresses his head and just goes, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay," and he's like, "Okay."
and then the guy like wakes up from this weird trance.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there was a girl that was laughing really hard though in the video.
Yeah, and I totally forgot about that. But looking back on it, it kind of makes sense now. Like I get it because she was probably like in a trance or like asleep or whatever state her body was in, and that was just her natural response.
Dude, I want to be in a trance like that. I've never been. I want to get hypnotized or well, yeah, I don't know if I do because that seems almost kind of scary to me. But if it was like a healthy trance,
Like a therapeutic trance.
I would love to be in a therapeutic trance.
Did you ever listen to that episode of Other People's Lives? They did a podcast with a sex therapist.
I think so.
And she put Danny, like Joe's friend Danny, who's not really a part of the show, but they brought him in as like a guest subject, and they put him in a trance, and he like got aroused, and like she was talking to him about like his desires and what he likes.
Didn't he say like, "Are you gonna come?" or something like that? Or,
Yeah,
Can I come? Or something?
Yeah, like, and he was totally not aware of this. Like, it was a full trance.
That's so funny.
So
That's just crazy that people figured out how to do that.
I don't know. Think about the first person who hypnotized someone. Do you think they did it on accident?
They had to.
And then they realized, like, whoa, he's doing everything I say right now. Like, hey, jump out that window.
Yeah, how do you just start doing hypnotization? Like hypnotize? Is it hypnotization? That sounds like it probably is the word, but that doesn't sound right. But how do you just start doing that? Like, is there a book on it?
Yeah, I mean, there's like always
Gotta
someone
be
from
books.
history you can learn from, but I want to know about the first one.
There's probably some shaman.
What is a shaman?
I think they're like a healer kind of person.
Is it associated with a religion, or just like is that a term for like a type of medicine, like a type of doctor, kind of like a spiritual doctor?
I think it's a very Eastern medicine. Yeah, I don't really know much about shamans, but I know I'm pretty sure like a shaman, like if you go do like an ayahuasca trip, a shaman is the person that's giving you that stuff.
Okay.
Would you ever do that?
I don't know. If you would have asked me like a couple years ago, I would have said like no fucking way I would ever do that. But I just become so intrigued.
Me too.
By like the powers of like certain drugs and how like there's like disabled veterans or veterans with like super bad PTSD that are now using LSD, like microdosing LSD and like all this wild shit to
even like mushrooms are almost legal too.
Yeah. And I just think shit like that where it's like it's not a drug for the sake of just like it's not a party drug. Yeah. It's like a drug that can like literally change people's lives.
Yeah, it's not like you're going down and just like popping Molly with a shaman.
Yeah.
You're
well, ayahuasca, that though, I don't know if that's really like it's not like I think health thing.
It's blended. I think it's more of a spiritual thing. I think you might throw up a ton actually when you do it. I think it's like
you shit yourself too.
Yeah, it's a huge purge. I mean, it probably is just wild when you're doing it, and then it's just amazing after. I know some people who have done it. I haven't asked enough questions to like get more of an understanding of it, but yeah, I think even when I was in high school, I remember learning about they were doing it at some churches in Washington.
Oh,
they were like ayahuasca churches.
What the fuck?
I'm assuming it's not as like
intense as in South America.
Yeah, I don't want some like pastor giving me like a drink. You know, I'd rather have a shaman give me a drink than a pastor.
Yeah, pastors don't have the best reputation.
No, but yeah, isn't that weird how like Western culture would tell you that would tell you otherwise?
What do you mean? That
a pastor is more trustworthy than some shaman? I feel like Western culture would kind of teach you that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people. There's the whole thing about priests and like priests and little boys. Like that's a very common thing.
I think now it's more people are starting to like hate priests. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd say in 2021, I would say more or a lot of people.
But like 2005.
Oh yeah, priests would be like the goats.
Exactly.
Priests are like the most trustworthy people on the planet.
Looked up to priests and the Pope.
Pope kind of seems like a cool guy.
Never looked up to the Pope. I'm lying about that.
Pope's getting that pussy.
Is he?
Yeah, that girl on Instagram.
Nah, yeah, dude, he was getting that ass. Oh, I don't think he was getting it. He just liked it.
He was looking at it.
He can't touch.
Bro, the amount of just self-control those people have to just do a life of celibacy. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Celibacy.
Or like a nun.
Yeah,
I don't think they are though. I'll be honest.
You
I
think
don't.
they're railing each other in the back of churches?
Maybe not nuns, but like there's totally some priests / pastors.
Okay, yeah, a lot of priests and pastors.
Well, I think pastors even do it. Priests, I don't know.
They've been rewriting the rule book, but some monks and like nuns and some of the people that are legit, dude. I would never do that, but mad respect for the self-dedication that you have.
Monks are truly inspiring.
Like, they literally beat their mind into submission.
Yeah.
They just own the shit out of their mind.
They defeated themselves, and then that's it. And
Dude,
they just like have won.
I heard some quote. Oh, I so wish I could remember this quote, but I was listening to this podcast about Buddhism, and they were talking about like it's this one guy who just happens to be Buddhist. It's not really about Buddhism, but anyways, he was talking about this book he read and how one of these like famous Buddhist monks or whatever basically was saying like, oh fuck, I don't know exactly what they said, but something along the lines of like the ultimate tragedy is when you like defeat your mind to realize that there's no purpose of this or something like that. Like it was something very deep and tragic like that, but
like for being a monk?
No, just like our existence in general. Like a lot of these monks just their goal is to like get enlightened, which whether or not you want to believe that's a real thing. I think there's some monks that are on just a mentally like a different wavelength than some humans, and I think that they view like life way differently.
And I don't know if that's because they have found some higher power or because they just have been
kind of
so
lost it a little bit.
Isolated and just kind of lost it, and they're just kind of zombies roaming around.
Yeah, I mean they seem happy.
They're happy zombies.
Yeah, so. But I don't really know the point of I can't remember it exactly, but it was something along the lines of like, there's with these monks and people that are like that intense, it's like they like destroy themselves into like nothingness. Like they try and basically remove their ego entirely, because your ego is like what makes you want to like get attention and like
so they basically try to strip down their own desire.
They try to like strip down everything to like nothing, and that like that's the goal, but that's also like the tragedy is that like the point of this is to like want nothing and be nothing or something. I don't know. I'm totally butchering this, and that's not probably accurate at all. No, but that's the vibe I got.
But yeah, I mean, there's probably something to just being enlightened and having a different perspective on the world. But yeah, if they're just once you've kind of defeated your mind, I would love to know what goes on in their brains, like day to day.
Like, yeah, like what do you think about?
Do they have casual thoughts or do they not think at all?
No, there's monks that do educational videos about Buddha. Like
yeah. I'm talking like
cool.
I'm talking to people that are just
in the mountains.
Yes.
I don't know what they think about. I'm sure they joke around. I know they have libraries in there, so they read fictional stories and like they're not just like zombies that meditate like 20 hours a day.
But I feel like there are some that are like that. No, maybe not. I could just be fooled by media or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there are. But the biggest thing for me is like, I know that they're not like trying to conquer sins in the same way like Christianity views sins, but like, can they not like just use a little bit more to entertain themselves? Like the biggest thing for me is I just get fucking bored.
Yeah,
like,
but maybe that's because you have
an ego.
You have an ego. Your ego's out of control and you need to control it.
Yeah, but it's like, is it bad to be bored and to want to do things and like try new things? Because they make it seem like that they just like are so traditional and like focused on meditation and shit. But I'm like, don't you want to just play video games or just see what it's all about?
Yeah, I don't know. All the term traditional usually means something that I hate. I mean, I feel like I kind of follow the newer wave of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you're like,
and it's probably because just every generation probably is like that.
Yeah, a large part of it too is growing up in Seattle. Like, I didn't really realize until recent years how much different just the place I grew up has changed my worldview compared to other people. Like, if we grew up in like Kentucky, we'd be totally different people.
Yeah, and I think also, because we grew up in Seattle specifically, like in a city area, you just see so many different types of people, and you see it's just it's greater population in a smaller area, so you see all walks of life.
Yeah.
And
Way
if you're
more
in
diverse.
Kentucky, just like in the hollers or whatever, you're just seeing one type of person.
Yeah. Or two.
Maybe two. Male and female.
Yeah, no. We got like Seattle's such a diverse area. Like there's literally people from every single part of the world here.
Yeah, I mean most big cities are like that.
Yeah. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, but I kind of don't like it.
You don't like Seattle? Too many people?
It is too many people. It's way too many people. And I feel like people here are mean.
Oh,
or
people are way less
very
approachable.
Cold. Yeah.
Way less approachable than like
Texas or whatever.
Yeah,
people just have like resting bitch faces here.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them. I have a resting sad face, but just no one looks approachable in Seattle. And no one is approachable in Seattle.
I feel like people are approachable in like the more like the crazier the state, the more approachable the average person is.
Yeah.
Like if I was in a Florida gas station, I'd feel way more comfortable like asking a stranger questions in like Miami. It's been a while since I've been to Miami.
Never been to Miami.
But like a place that's just wild, or in Texas where they're all just like, Texans. That's like, you think of something when you hear Texan. There's some shitty aspects when you think of the word Texan, but there's also some hospitality there.
There is. But what does that have to do with anything? Asking questions? Like they would have an answer?
Just like the type of person who's considered a Texan is the type of person who I'd be totally comfortable like asking for help or like asking for directions or just like talking to in public. But anyways, one more thing, back to this shower thing real quick. So after this like crazy situation happened, I put it on Instagram, and I actually had like quite a few people message me. Like people were like, "Oh man, this is crazy." Like someone that I went to high school with responded and said like, "Hey John, like I actually used to do wrestling, and after really intense wrestling practices, I had heard kind of about the same thing. So I would take really cold showers." And he said, "I know that exact same euphoric feeling." But he said like, "I've never tried the breathing though, where you take really like controlled long breaths." He's like, "I've never done it that way, and I've never laughed like that." So he's like, "Next time I do it, I'm going to try that."
Yeah, dude, I'm going to do it. Were you belly breathing? Or were you
I mean, I was just like,
dude, I bet if you belly breathe, because sometimes if you belly, have you ever tried?
I don't even know what you mean.
Oh, belly breathing?
What's that?
You're breathing with your belly. I mean, because when you're breathing, this is another thing Jordan has taught me. Like when he was telling you about exhaling to like put your ribs down.
Yeah.
When you're breathing, your shoulders should not be moving up and down.
Oh yeah.
Because that's not where your lungs are.
It's like your diaphragm.
It should be just your stomach and your lungs filling up with air. I mean, not your stomach, but like your lungs.
Yeah.
So if you do that, if you just belly breathe and take deep breaths and focus on that, it kind of puts you in a trance. Like I've done that before bed, and I felt like I didn't even need to breathe because I had so much oxygen in my system.
It's kind of like meditation too.
Yeah, it was weird.
You're just like laying there focusing on your breathing.
Like I did it for a while, and then I laid there and I realized that I wasn't breathing for at least 30 seconds. And I was like, okay, this is weird.
After this happened, like I had a lot of people message me about it, and I was just like so I was so intrigued by it the rest of the day, and I just had some thoughts that I wrote down immediately after the shower. And one is, doing difficult things in life gives your life, for me, it gives my life like content, because I make content, and like doing weird things gives me stuff to talk about. But I wrote like AKA purpose, like doing difficult things just in your life, I think make like difficult things for no reason, like doing things just for the sake of doing something difficult, I feel like has made my life better, because it's given me so many more stories to tell and like interesting new perspectives. And like, that's why I'm so thankful I make videos. Because like I said, for me, content, like doing something new every day for 30 days, like that video, although it didn't like blow up or do some crazy numbers, for me, it was just cool because I did so many things I'd never done before. Like we meant to Mount Rainier, and if I wasn't making videos, I might not have had a reason to do those like wild new things.
Yeah. Okay. First, if you're in Washington, you haven't been to Mount Rainier, go there. Please. Yeah. Go in the summer. It's amazing. But you say there's something to trying things that are harder than they should be. Mm-hmm. What about like cutting a steak with a spoon? Would you do that? Because it's harder? No,
I would use just my bare hands and tear it apart.
Okay.
That would be even harder.
I really think a spoon would be a lot harder.
That's true. Yeah, because the hands you can just manhandle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, manhandle is one of my favorite words.
Manhandle?
Manhandle. I don't know
What
why.
about woman handle? Fucking
Why is that not a
sexist.
thing? Yeah, no, it's sexist of people saying
Yeah.
that people that say that.
They handle.
Person handle.
Yeah, person.
So human handle.
But yeah, no, I mean, obviously, like, there's things that are made easy for a reason. Like, I'm not talking about intentionally tie your shoes like upside down or something. I'm just saying, like
what's a challenging thing? What's something that's easy that you try to make harder?
like that, like showering. That's this first, like, you know,
yeah.
you want to take a warm shower because it's comfortable and you feel warm, and no one likes the feeling of being really fucking cold. It sucks.
Now, question: would you do this in the winter?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to. I did it today, and honestly, I just love how I feel afterwards. So I think I'm just gonna keep doing it.
It is also like 80 degrees here, so it might have just felt nice.
Yeah, it might just be refreshing. Like if I wake up and my bedroom is 32 degrees, I'm probably not gonna want to do it.
No, dude, it really just makes a difference waking up when it's not fucking freezing and dark.
But I also hate waking up when it's really hot, like right now.
Sticky and sweaty, and
I haven't laid
damp.
under any covers for the last 3 nights.
Me
I've
too.
just been laying on top of my bed.
Same.
But I don't know. So that's one thing I wanted to say. I just encourage everyone just to like do weird shit sometimes. Cause like we've done so much stuff for this podcast that is stupid and random that we would have no reason. Like we would never go just like film a video on top of a mountain and hike with all that random shit.
Yeah, that
if we
sucked.
didn't have a podcast. But I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
Same with the marathon.
Oh God. Yeah, that's true.
That's like a difficult thing. Like,
Although
you
I think
don't need
I
to
might
do-
have. I think I would have done that otherwise.
Okay.
But still,
But like dress up in dick costumes and wave at cars. You wouldn't just do that
that's true.
if you weren't filming it just for fun.
True.
So there's my spiel. It might be all bullshit, and cold showers might do absolutely nothing, and it's all stupid pseudoscience that isn't real.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
I'll check back after I try it.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
But yeah, and then also one thing I wanted to mention. Today at the gym, I ran into this guy who Kyle and I went to high school with, and we've known for a while, like really cool guy. And he's like, hey, I coach lacrosse, and some kid showed up to like my practice with a PIMS hat on.
That's sick.
And it's just like, it's not like he even, like he didn't tell this kid about PIMS. He just happened to coach this guy, and he was like, oh, is that a PIMS hat? And the kid was like, oh yeah, like I love PIMS, like it's awesome. And he was like, oh, well, I actually know Kyle and John. I used to work with them. And apparently the kid was like super hyped.
That's sick. So shout out to you, kid. Whatever your name is, leave a comment.
Yeah,
We're around here.
I didn't want to ask him like what your name was, because that feels illegal for like a coach to be giving strangers like young kids names. But
probably don't do that.
but just know that we really appreciate it. And like it was just such a cool thing for me to hear that there's someone from our hometown, like a younger version of ourselves, that likes the podcast. That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's just so random. And also that he didn't know that we were from here.
Well, like
Or he didn't know that we were
I
around
think
here.
he knew that like we went to Skyline years ago or whatever, but like I don't know. It's not like he's reached out and said like he knows me or like I know him.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, hey, if you see us on the street, come say hi.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It's dope. Like, wouldn't it be so cool if one day we just go into a Goodwill and see
And see
12
PIMS.
PIMS shirts that people gave away.
That's the dream. Yeah.
But then someone else buys them at Goodwill, and we start a whole new generation of PIMS fans.
But they don't know what it is. They just saw it and they're like, huh. It's ironic because it doesn't say high school. It says middle school instead of high school. Like they peaked even earlier than that.
And they never even bothered Googling it.
How ironic.
Yeah. So that was cool. Shout out to you. But anyways, how was California, Kyle?
It was good. My shoulders are peeling. Very bad.
My head was peeling like a fucking lizard yesterday.
Oh.
Or a snake. It was gross.
So you got sunburn on your scalp?
I was shedding.
Yeah.
I would run my hand through my hair and then
just-
see little specks of skin in my hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks. Dude, the sun is just, it's crazy. I don't get it. The sun is such an enemy.
The sun is ruthless.
It is. And like, I know that we don't live in the sun a lot, but I just, like back in the day, was everyone just always sunburned?
No, I think it's like,
Like,
your
are we
body adapts to it.
But are we whiter than usual?
Yeah.
now.
I think that like
Everyone was
people
just
back
tan
in the
back
day
then.
just they always worked outside. They're like always just used to the sun.
Yeah,
Now we're these fucking hermits that go outside for 12 minutes a day.
pretty much.
There's a lot of days where I never fucking go outside.
That's really sad that is a thing. But that happens to me too.
Yeah, like that should never be like we're not meant to be inside.
Yeah.
We're like built to be outside. And the fact that there's days where I feel gross, but I'm like there's people that probably stay inside way more than you and me.
Yeah, I mean, there's days where the only thing I'm doing to move around that day is walking to my car and then walking to work and then walking back to my car and then driving back to my apartment and then just walking a little bit around my apartment. That's the only movement I have some days.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
bad.
And people do that way more than I do, you
Yeah.
know? So it's like, dude, we got to move around more.
Yeah.
Humans, we got to move.
Yeah. Our skin just isn't built for that.
Oh, my
But,
skin's not.
Yeah, your skin's not built for that.
Luckily, like I was lathering myself in sunscreen. I was putting on sunscreen at 8 a.m. and everyone was making fun of me. And then,
And look, you still ended up peeling.
yeah, but that was just on my, I got burned. We all got burned in weird places.
Because the first day we went to the beach to play Spikeball and, well, just to chill at the beach. We got some drinks. We went out to Malibu.
It was great. It was like overcast. No one thought we were going to get burned and the sun just murdered us. But we all put sunscreen on and it was the spray, so it didn't really cover everything. So I had like my upper chest and then my traps were super burned and then like a little streak down my side.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, you had like just a patch on your chest that was red and everything else was white.
It made no sense.
Yeah, so we went to Malibu, got some drinks. We drove past some famous sushi place called Nobu, which is funny because Luke was saying like, oh, like rappers always mention it and all these famous people go there. And I'd never heard of it. And then the day we got back, I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about Nobu.
What is it? How do you spell it? No, and then B-O-O? Nobu?
N-O-B-U.
N-O-B-U. Oh, yeah, that would make way more
Yeah.
sense. Why are you going to spend that much money for sushi?
I don't know.
Sushi's trash.
But
I'm gonna
yes.
get some hate for that.
So we played a shit ton of Spikeball.
Dude, so much Spikeball. I love Spikeball.
I told my dad this. Spikeball, honestly, has become my favorite sport in the world. And, like, I'm not joking. Like, I have so much fun when I play it. It's like I just don't want to stop. I honestly would spend, like, a whole day. Not a whole day, but I'd play Spikeball for, like, 6 hours.
Me too. And on the beach was 100 times better.
Yeah, it was. Dude, if we could play Spikeball on an empty beach when it was, like, warm enough to have your shirt off, but not warm enough to burn you.
Well, it was
Seattle.
like 60, and it burned us.
Yeah, but like in Seattle, if it was like that, it wouldn't burn
no,
us.
it wouldn't.
So that would be just like the dream scenario.
But we need a sandy beach. We don't really have sandy beaches here.
I know.
There's always those sharp-ass rocks in there.
But like a big grass field in a park, like that'll get the job
work.
done.
It'll work.
But when I got back, I realized like this. I don't know. I'm getting to the point in my life where like pretty soon I'm gonna be like in my mid-20s, which is when you like start realizing like you need hobbies or like adult things to do.
You join Spikeball League?
I might join a Spikeball club or like see if there's a Seattle Spikeball club where they just like there's got to be a bunch of people. I know there's a ton of people in Seattle that are into Spikeball. So there's probably a club where every Saturday they like meet at some park in Seattle and just have like 50 games going.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably just search it up on Facebook. You could probably find one.
Yeah, I might. Would you go with me and grind? Would you be my duo
Sure.
to play against some strangers?
I'll play some strangers.
Like, I just think it'd be so fun to be like part of like a. I mean, also like
Pick up basketball.
yeah, like
softball.
a basketball league or.
I don't know if I'd want you guys on my softball team.
Would you do a men's basketball league?
Yeah, I would do that. I suck at basketball.
Yeah, we would just get worked because there's a lot of mid-20s guys that are really good at basketball.
Yeah. Like I always considered myself a good player until I like graduated high school, and then everyone else like kept getting better, and I'm just kind of still got the same handles that I did in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
I realize I'm just not good anymore.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You know, you got to retire from some sports.
But like you're different because although you're not maybe not like the best, I mean none of us are that good, but I'm just saying you have like a game knowledge where like someone could be about the same skill as you, but if they don't they don't watch basketball as much as you and don't know basketball as much as you. So you're a better player to have on your team because you at least know like how to move and like who to pass to and when.
I like in my brain, I'm a way better passer than I actually am. Like I see all these lanes and I'm like, I could totally make this pass like, if I were just a better passer. And then I try to make the pass and just doesn't go anywhere where I want it to go. Like I try to pass. I did a behind the back pass and I think I hit someone on the other team in the knee.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. I had this like great plan of how I was gonna fool everyone and it just went nowhere.
Hey, at least you were confident with it. You hard commit to your moves, whether they work or not.
I'm not gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna shoot my pass. Like I'm shooting my shots in terms of passing.
Oh,
like I don't shoot a lot of shots. I'm a big point guard. Like,
but you'll shoot if you got an open shot. You're never
I'll bank a three if I need to.
You're never a liability. If you have an open three, you'll take it.
I'm a liability defensively. I don't want to hustle.
Yeah,
I hustled for like 2 minutes and I was like, I don't want to chase Jordan around, dude.
Jordan goes real fast.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm not chasing you around. You can shoot threes.
Yeah, so that's another thing we did is play some pickup basketball.
Dude, pickup in 100-degree weather.
It was miserable.
It was. One game I was like, oh my God.
We played one game to 11 and half of us like tapped out and literally were done because we thought we were going to just throw up.
Yeah. If I played another game, I might have thrown up, yeah.
And my feet were so hot.
My feet are still sore.
My feet are like raw still from this one trip.
We're the wimpiest people ever.
So Spikeball, there was some family that had this naked kid that they like wouldn't put clothes on and they were just like right next to us running around.
I mean, I didn't really notice as much as you guys did. You guys kept pointing it out. I didn't really.
Because it was always right there. It was right next to us.
Yeah, I was focused on
Spikeball and drinks.
Spikeball and drinking.
Yeah. Spikeball, after like quite a few drinks, when I stood back up, that next game was tough to get back into.
Very tough.
I feel like what's cool about Spikeball is I think the skill gap to get from the average player who's like just playing to like pretty decently good. Like I think a lot of people can be decent at Spikeball is what I'm saying. And it seems like the level you and me and Luke and Willig are at, we're like, I'm sure there are people that play like every fucking day that are way better than us.
I mean, have you seen the pros?
Yeah, they're insane.
Ridiculous.
But with that being said, I think that we are like relatively a better player at Spikeball than we are at basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the skill between us to a pretty good 23-year-old basketball player is like we're not even in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Spikeball, probably because it's such a smaller scale sport, it's really easy to get good at.
Yeah, and the rules are pretty straightforward. Like, there's not as much going on all at once. Yeah, so the first day we went to Malibu, and then we came back, and that night we hung out and we went to dinner at just this local restaurant. And then the next day we got up, went on a hike. We hiked behind the Griffith Observatory, which is just like the classic tourist spot in LA where you can see the Hollywood sign.
Do you like hiking? I really don't. I really don't like hiking.
It's tough. I used to love it.
Me too.
But I've gotten to a point where, I'm kind of right there with you now where I used to do it because I felt like I accomplished something. Like I get down and it feels like completing a book. Well, you probably can't relate to that.
Relate to that, no.
But like you just feel like you had a productive day, even if you weren't really productive at all. You just went up a path and back down a path. You didn't like achieve anything really.
You achieved exercise and being outside.
You achieved burning calories, which is good, and maybe socializing. But yeah, I don't enjoy the act of hiking at all.
No, I really, the idea always, if someone suggests a hike, I'm always like, okay, like I could do a hike, like sure.
Yeah.
And then the day comes and I'm like, I really don't want to hike. And then I start hiking and I'm like, it's like, it's cool. Like I like talking with my friends and walking around, but it's like, why do we got to go up a mountain?
Yeah.
Like,
you're like, if we want to get the view, why can't we just drive to the view?
Yeah. And then like I grew up in Washington where our views, like I'm sorry, they're just way better than in California or most other places. Like the views on top of mountains in Washington are some of the best views ever. So it's like
spoiled.
Nothing. Yeah, we are kind of spoiled when it comes to hiking.
Nothing matches it.
No. So it's just like, I don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, we got to the top of the hike in LA and it's like there's the city.
Covered by smog.
Covered by smog, and it's super cloudy.
Everything's brown. There's no green.
Yeah.
I don't want to shit on the hike.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It was cool, and it was a fun experience because we were with the boys, but I get it. Yeah, like I would rather. I think it's ever since I got into lifting weights, like since Jordan has got me into lifting weights and knowing that I went into my workout and like leaving the workout, I can kind of see like tangible results.
Yeah, you feel like you look better and you feel better.
Yeah, you have a pump going, like you feel strong, and over time, slowly, you look better, in my opinion, and like that is why I like working out. And so, but I realize when you do a hike or like a jog, it hasn't been as appealing to me recently because to me, it's like if I'm going to go burn some calories and spend a couple hours, why don't I do it towards something that's going to like have a more visible, tangible impact?
Yeah, and like when you're saying when you get back from working out, you can look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I'm fucking pumped right now.
Like
it's some of the most confident times of looking in the mirror. If I get back from a hike and I look in the mirror, I'm just like, you're dusty all over. Nothing looks bigger than it was before or smaller. Like it just.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a good endurance workout, but like that's not really what I want right now.
No, me neither.
No, but it was fun. It was with the boys.
Yeah.
Then what else? So we got back from that hike. We tried Dave's Hot Chicken.
Very good.
Was it the best fried chicken you've ever had, or not quite?
It's up there.
Yeah.
I'd have to compare, but it's up there.
Yeah, I think I'd have to have Cane's and that back to back. Cane's, Popeyes, that, and then compare them all. But yeah, Dave's Hot Chicken, like that's the first one I've had where they kind of their whole shtick is that it's like spicy chicken sandwiches, you know?
Wait, what?
Like their whole shtick is that it's spicy chicken. Spicy shit. Like they have the option to make it really fucking spicy.
Yeah, Jordan was the guy that got the just super hot. I even heard him order it, and I was like, "Why are you getting the very hot sandwich?"
He was very stoned.
Like him and I probably. Him and I can barely handle the spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich. And if you can barely handle that, you cannot handle the hot, very hot sandwich from Dave's Hot Chicken.
Yeah, yeah. Like mine was. All of ours was like a good amount of hotness.
Mine was perfect.
And his was like 2 levels hotter than ours. So, but that was really fucking good. And then that night we met our buddy Luke's girlfriend. We went to dinner. We went out to the bar.
Drank a lot. Spent a lot of money. Dude, drinks are so expensive.
Was that the most money you've ever spent in one night, do you think?
I didn't actually end up spending as much money as I thought I did.
Really?
I got back and I was okay with how much money I spent. I was like,
I can live with that.
I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah. Oh my God. We took a 10-minute Uber and it was $44.
That's what's ridiculous. The Uber and the drinks that are like $15 for like 1.5 shots of tequila and then like a little bit of, it's like a margarita and it's $15.
Yeah.
Or a shot of tequila is like $16. What?
Yeah, that's the cheapest thing. Like everything on the menu was at least $15.
It's
just very expensive.
Dude, just big cities like that. Big city bars are ridiculous.
Yeah, New York City also probably trash.
Yeah, dude. That's why I prefer like pre-gaming.
Yeah. I'd much rather just take like 2 pulls of a drink, suffer through it, and then just like not really buy drinks the rest of the night because I'm good.
Me too.
You know? But anyways, that was super fun. Then that night we slept in the worst positions ever because there was not much room, but we made it work. Shim slept in a chair, sitting upright.
He slept in like a picture like a, it's like a half dome kind of chair that you sit in. I don't know how he slept in that. It's actually amazing.
Yeah, it's like an egg kind of, and he was just sitting in it with his legs. He didn't want them to dangle, so they were just like on the counter, just like.
I gave him a pillow. Rest. I gave him a pillow for his feet, but he took one for the team though.
Yeah, it was miserable. Then the next day, we drove out to Palm Springs because my parents have a house there. I showed the boys APU, my depression college campus.
Good times. What else do we do? Beer Olympics.
Beer Olympics was fun.
Yeah,
I played this game called Fuck Yeah, which we'd never played before. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, that's a great drinking game.
We played a lot of cornhole.
Yeah, really bad at cornhole too.
I
love lawn games.
Yeah,
that's just such a white thing to love, but I love them.
One of our like longtime listeners, Steve. Shout out to you, Steve. He messaged us. He lives in the UK, and he was like, he responded to the story of us playing cornhole, and he was like, wait, Americans actually play that? He's like, I didn't know that was, he's like, I've seen it, but I didn't know people actually played it. And I was like,
yeah, bro, it's so much fun.
It's like, yeah, dude, it's literally probably the best game to play while like just having a beer.
Yeah, if you're in the backyard with a beer, it's cornhole, spikeball if you have more room.
The one where you throw the little,
what's the
thing where there's a ball
I've
and
never
there's
played
a
that
rope?
I've never played that, but I want to try
That's
that.
super fun. Bocce ball.
Bocce ball's good. Even croquet, but I feel like that's a little more British.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the British version of cornhole.
We played croquet in my yard a couple times.
We played croquet in my yard a ton growing up.
Yeah.
We used to play croquet, and we ended up just playing King of the Hill. Did you ever play King of the Hill with us?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
I had like a little hill in my backyard, and we all had our croquet balls. My mom hated when we did this. And you try to just stay up on the hill, and then in croquet, when you bump someone else's ball, you get to like launch it or whatever.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like if you bump, maybe this is just our American rules that we played with, but if you bump a ball in croquet, like you hit someone else's ball, you get to line up your balls next to each other, and then you put your foot on your ball, and then you hit your ball, and that ricochets the other ball, and you send it off.
Oh, okay.
So we would just do that and just launch each other's balls off the hill and just like try to stay up on the hill. And that was a King of the Hill. And we'd end up just
so
like
the balls just go like these heavy ass balls.
We'd end up on the street, like it would slam in through my mom's plants and like on it into the house. Like it was just terrible.
Dude, looking back on the other day when your mom picked us up from the airport and we got back and you were in the bathroom and me, Shim, and Willig were just talking to your mom, and she was talking about like some memories she had when we were younger, where like Shim's little brother would sometimes come and knock on the door and be like, oh, is Kyle or is Jordan here? And he was like, a little kid.
He was the easy. We would send him to everyone's house to get everyone outside because you can't say no to him.
Yeah. And your mom was saying that like he was so cute and he would just knock on the door and be standing there. But she said that like as he was standing there, he'd always tear apart leaves and just drop the leaves on the ground that he's torn apart. So she said that like sometimes she would check the door and there would just be like a huge pile of torn leaves, and that would be the sign that Kyle was there.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, we all did that with the leaves, but he just got blamed for it because I think he saw us do it, so he would do it in front of people. Like, we weren't doing that in front of my mom. We would all just like, because we would count on my front door when we were playing cops and robbers. We'd stand by my front door and count, and we'd all just be tearing leaves off this bush, and we'd be tearing leaves and just dropping them on my doorstep.
Yeah.
I don't know how my mom didn't just like smack me in the face.
I know, that's like, that was my point, is looking back on it. Your mom was such a trooper. Like we obliterated everything in your home, outside your home. Yeah. We played wall ball in your fucking garage and definitely made dents on it.
Oh yeah, there's definitely dents. A lot of dents just in the house, like broken banister things. Like I have a lot of friends that they weren't allowed to run in their house, and that just to me made no sense.
Yeah, like your house was just like, it was like a playground.
We'd play full games in my house. Like
as your mom was there trying to like relax, we'd be fucking plowing into shit. And
yeah, the only thing she didn't like was when we had a hedge in our front yard that everyone just tried to hurdle all the time. I don't know why, but that was the one thing she didn't like, because because we're all fucking unathletic and couldn't get over this bush, and we'd just be knocking this bush down. So it's at like a 45-degree angle. And my mom's like, can you guys just not jump over this fucking bush?
Yeah.
And we would keep doing it. That was the only thing she put her foot down on, is don't jump over my hedge.
Yeah. Anything else was just like fair game.
Yeah.
And mad respect.
I miss being like 12.
Dude, so many memories just in your house and outside your house.
Yeah, I was so sad when I moved.
Yeah.
Just like thinking about all the memories in there.
Yeah, bro.
And
what was it like the first night, like not being, when was the last night in that house?
We moved in like May 2017, I think.
Is that before college started?
It was like
after,
during freshman year of college.
During it. So
yeah.
You came back?
Yeah, I would come back a little bit.
But I mean,
actually in the summer, I still remember my last night in the house was in the summer, right before it was being like changed over to the next family, and all we had was my mom's mattress on the floor in the living room. And I slept there because I think I was hanging out with Jordan or something, and I didn't want to drive back.
Oh.
And I slept on the mattress.
So it was like basically an empty house.
Yeah.
Dang, was that weird? Like getting up and leaving for the last time?
Yeah, it was kind of sad. And then I grew up next to Jordan, so I would show up to his house and just see other people in my childhood home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, dude, that's so weird. Dang.
I mean, you've always grown up in this house, so you don't even...
Yeah, I don't even can't relate.
Yeah. You will one day.
Yeah, it's weird because my family never even moved either. So
Yeah.
it's like, not only did I grow up here, but they're still here. And so, like, yeah, I don't know. Crazy
Life.
world, a lot of smells. Yeah, so then we went to Palm Springs, hung out, played some yard games, played Ticket to Ride, which is a very fun train game.
Great board game.
Anything else cool?
Just drank a lot.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Favorite memory of the trip? Go.
Favorite memory of the trip? I don't have a lot of memories. I'm trying to think. Probably, honestly, the best part, the highlight for me was just playing Spikeball all day. That
Dude,
first
for
day.
Me, yeah, me too, honestly.
That was the best.
And
Seeing Luke.
yeah, no, it was so fun to finally get to see Luke. It's been so long, but
okay, I have a rant. I really hate when people, let's say I'm moving.
okay.
And I asked you for help. I'm like, could you help me move? And you're like, oh man, I'm really, really busy. Like I can't do it, but I really wish I could help, and I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even say that to me. I hate when people say that, where it's like, oh man, like I totally would have if I could. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you just
don't act like you were gonna help me.
But like, what if that was the real scenario? Like, what if someone really did want to help you, but their parents in the hospital? Like that would they're being, but that's an honest statement.
Yeah,
for that,
that's
from
okay,
that
but that's okay. And I can tell when you're being genuinely serious. No one wants to help anyone move.
Yeah.
I hate that, dude.
Did that happen to you recently?
I can't remember. I wrote it down a long time ago, and it was a specific thing that happened where someone's like, man, I really wish I could help you with that, but like, can't, man. Sorry. I'm like, well, then why'd you even say that?
Yeah. So if I am like, hey, Kyle, I land at SeaTac at the airport at 2:45 a.m. On a Tuesday, would you be down to pick me up?
I would be like, fuck no.
If you're like, man, I totally would love to see you. It's been so long since I saw you last week.
But no.
But I can't, man. I'm sorry. Like, you hate that shit?
Yeah.
You just want to be like, no.
It's not genuine. Just tell me no. Well, I think actually what it was it was when you deleted the episode. Mm-hmm. And it made me think of, like, I was trying to think of what I should say to you. Because I was like, what could I say that's like kind of helpful, but not just the worst fucking thing ever, to be like, like just not just like damn, that sucks, or sorry man, because whatever. But, and I was thinking people would say, man, if I could change that, I would. Or I also hate when the cheesy boyfriend is like, babe, I would take all of your pain away if I could. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, you won't. You can't.
If you could do that, you would not want that.
You're saying
she's
that,
probably got a lot of pain.
And you're saying that knowing that you can't.
Yeah.
So,
hey, man, I agree. We're on the same page here.
I hate that shit.
Well, no, that reminds me. I actually just saw something on Twitter that relates to that, and I screenshotted it because I wanted to ask you your thoughts on it. I can't find the tweet, but I remember what it says, and it basically said, don't invite me to your baby showers or bachelor parties or what was another one?
Weddings.
Like a wedding, shit like that. If you don't invite me out for bowling, nights, like movie nights with the boys or / girls, like family dinners, game nights. So her point was like, if you're going to invite me to this type of thing and expect me to, because at a lot of these, at weddings, baby showers, it's kind of expected that you're monetarily, like you're giving a gift almost always, whether it be some item on their list. What's that called? The list at a wedding? Where like
registry?
Yeah, registry. Whether you're like buying them fucking dishes or stuff for the baby. Like if you're inviting people to that, you're expecting that it's kind of expected they bring something. But if you don't want to fucking hang out with me like on the average weekend, then don't invite me to that shit.
No, that's true.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, but that's also hard because it depends on the size of a wedding. Some people want huge weddings and they just want to invite all these people, but in reality, maybe they have a small circle.
Yeah, so like
I have a small circle in my life. So like I don't have all these people that I would be inviting to different. I also don't host a lot of events.
Yeah.
Like I'm not inviting any of my friends to like family dinner.
Yeah, there's actually like there's a ton of people that I would want at my wedding that I don't see hardly ever.
Yeah, so I don't know if I would really agree with that. Because that seems a little bit too like, okay, like calm down. Sorry that you didn't get invited to a couple things.
Yeah.
But that would really suck if you're the person who just never gets invited to anything, and then they're like, "Hey, want to come to my wedding?"
Yeah.
It's
like,
like,
bitch, I tried to hang out with you like every year for the last 3 years, and you're
Yeah.
always busy.
So that would be annoying.
Yeah.
No one wants to be the forgotten one.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about it, but I thought it was interesting. But
You don't have an opinion on it?
well, like, no, I kind of did agree with her, but now that we talk about it, I don't know if I agree.
Yeah. I think that's a little bit too much to say don't invite me to anything, because you can't be invited to everything.
Yeah.
But if you're invited to nothing and then you're invited to a wedding, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah. I mean, it would feel weird if, like, there's a couple, those friends that you see like 4 times a year,
Mhm.
and you guys, you're cool, you like each other, you hang out, but like, you're not really going to text each other. If one of those people just was like, "Hey man, I'm having a bachelor party, would love for you to be one of the boys."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah. That's probably like one of my biggest fears, is being asked to be
Someone's best
groomsman.
man.
Yeah, someone's best man of someone that I'm just not close with.
Yeah.
Like I've
If
got
they like didn't have many friends.
yeah, like I probably have 8 or so people that I would be good with,
Yeah.
and then there's other people where I'd be like, I don't know, that's
This is a little weird.
yeah. And I've known people who have been put in that situation, and it's super awkward.
Yeah.
Especially, I know someone who's been asked to be the maid of honor for a wedding,
Whoa.
and they said no, because
Bro.
they didn't
That's
didn't know
fucking
this person. Like, they
crazy.
just didn't know this person, and it's like kind of sad because
Yeah, like the maid of honor should be special.
yeah.
Can your best man be like a woman, or can your
I mean,
like bridesmaid, like if you're a girl but your diehard best friend is like a guy,
yeah.
can they be your bridesmaid?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. If you're gonna have the traditional Christianity wedding, then they might not
Yeah, I
allow
just
that.
didn't- are they
but
still called like a bridesmaid though?
It could
It's
just
a
be
dude?
your best person.
Yeah.
I've seen it done before. Yeah.
Okay. That'd be kind of cool.
Why, you gonna have some girl do it? Be your best person?
Well, maybe, I don't know.
You
Like
do
I have
Morgan. Have Morgan do it.
yeah, my sister as my best girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of sad. Like I have some really close girlfriends. Not a lot as some people, not as many as some people, but I don't have any girlfriends that have like from childhood. Like it'd be so cool to have like a best friend that's a girl that like was my neighbor since I was 4. you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I hung out with strictly dudes until like college. So
yeah, it's weird, but what are you gonna do? All right, should we hop into the segments?
Make some more friends. Yes.
My A this week is Zendaya because I saw on Twitter. This was posted on May 28th. Or sorry, this was posted on May 26th. So just literally like a couple weeks ago. It says Zendaya gave her entire film crew at least 1% equity in her film Malcolm and Marie, so they would earn a bonus after the film sold. The movie was sold to Netflix for an estimated $30 million. Which, if you do the math, I'm pretty sure that's like $30,000 right off the bat, just like for every single person.
That's awesome.
Everyone. So if there's like a sound guy who worked on this movie for like 6 months, he just got $30,000 just for being a part of it.
I mean, that's awesome. Like,
That's so fucking sick.
I wish more people were like that, but people aren't.
Yeah,
and
man.
it's sad that that's a huge story, because it really shouldn't be, because people should be doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it should be a great story because it is, but
Yeah, and
it
I
just
mean,
should be more common.
I don't know how many people were a part of this crew or like the set that, because Malcolm and Marie was like a big movie. It just came out like a couple months ago, but I don't know how many people were a part of it, but let's say there's, I don't know, 30 people. That is 30% of the money being given to like random people in the crew and not the, the executive people or like the big name director. But like,
Yeah, the people that already have a ton of money.
yeah, but like for someone like Zendaya, who she's fucking multi-millionaire, like probably worth like $100 million or some shit. If she's like, when rich people are willing to take less to help the rest of the people, same within sports. When like a rich quarterback is willing to take less to get like better receivers or something, that's when really cool things happen.
Yeah, I respect it, but I also respect like get your money if you earned it, and like Zendaya earns it, obviously. But yeah, it does. There's a lot of work, I'm sure, that goes into making a movie and making her look good on screen, and all these people are helping her and the whole product become a good finished product.
Yeah.
So like they deserve a piece of the pie.
Yeah, and I don't know. And as an edit, I mean, we both edit videos, and in my experience, like as an editor, it's nice when you get like some love or some recognition for like the grunt work, because the sound guys, the editing people, they're not like, they're in the credits of a movie, but no one really like knows who you are most of the time.
I don't know a single editor, like
professional editor.
I don't know.
Yeah. And so that's cool because she gave him some love, because without them, the movie wouldn't be the same.
Good. I love that.
Yeah. So
okay. My A this week is to another PIMS fan who was actually DMing us about, they were at the Padres and Mariners game, and they were DMing, talking shit to me about how the Padres were going to beat the Mariners. And like, yeah, they did. They killed the Mariners. But this PIMS fan caught a home run.
Was it a Mariners home run?
I don't know. I wasn't watching the game because it was a blowout at that point. But they DM'd us. They're like, I just caught a home run. And I was like, bullshit. And they showed a video of them like with the ball and showing like the replay.
And holding the ball.
Yeah. And I was like,
so
what
dope.
a small world. That was so, shout out to you. That's awesome.
Yeah. It probably wasn't a Mariners home run looking back on it.
No chance.
Probably got like no
Definitely
runs.
a Padres home run.
But yeah, that's sick. Have you ever caught a home run ball?
Never. I've only caught one ball at a game, and it was just in batting practice before the game.
Like,
but that's the only time I've actually.
Or?
It was a home run, but it was just in batting practice. But that's the only time I've actually like caught a ball at the game. I've gotten balls.
Did it feel good?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was sweet.
Dude,
I caught it and I was like, fuck yeah.
Imagine catching like a walk-off home run.
That's one of the biggest thrills. The biggest. I would love to catch a away home run, and you know when they just chuck it back.
Wait, what?
You ever see like where if it's the away team hits a home run, the fan catches it and throws it back on the field?
Yeah.
I would love to do that and just show off my gun.
Oh, who would it feel the best to throw it back into the field? Like the Astros?
Yeah.
Which
but
player?
I don't know, because then it's like either way they're winning, like they hit a home run, so it's like I'm not gonna feel good about it.
Well, but that's the same with any time someone does that.
But I care more about like sometimes they get put on SportsCenter.
Oh.
For like, wow, look at this fan's arm.
Oh.
Because sometimes I see like, wow, look at this fan's arm, and they throw it. I'm like, I could throw it that far.
I thought you meant you just wanted to disrespect the players.
Oh,
be like,
yeah.
Fuck you.
I mean, I don't want to hit him with a ball.
Yeah, no, I just like, I don't even want this home run ball, so take it back.
No, that would be a great feeling. Just huck it back. I'd probably like tear something in my shoulder, but it'd be worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
What's your F?
My F this week, Charlie bit my finger.
Yeah, isn't that going to be an NFT?
It is. It got sold for God knows how much money, and it is now getting taken off of YouTube. So it's very like,
I don't get it.
So sad. I mean, like if you're the family, or if you're fucking Charlie who's now grown up and you want the rights and you want to get bank for that video, I get it, man. Like, get your money, but it's just sad that. I mean, and obviously there's already been thousands of people that have downloaded it and re-uploaded it to like different channels. So it's always going to be out there, but like the main one is gone.
But is that what happened? Does the family get that money that posted it?
Yeah, the family sold it.
I like that a little bit better than. Yeah, I would do that too. If I had a famous NFT out there, like
if you had a viral video of you pooping your pants and it got like 7 billion views, would you turn it into an NFT?
Yeah, because everyone's spent all their time laughing at me. I'm gonna fucking be like, fuck you guys. I'm getting my money because you guys laughed at me.
Yeah, but then you're immortalizing this shit pants forever.
Fuck. Yeah, but if it's on YouTube with billions of views, it's already immortalized.
True. Yeah. So I don't know. Sad. Just put one up there for Charlie, because that was the first ever main viral video that I can remember, at least. That was the first time I remember everyone saying, like, dude, have you seen Charlie bit my finger?
Yeah, and looking back, it's really not that funny. It isn't even funny.
But like at the time it was. At the time,
why was that funny to us? Like,
well, it's cute. It's like a cute viral
Charlie,
baby.
That really hurt. Like, why is that funny?
It was just a combination of everything.
You know what's funny is Peanut Butter Baby. That's comedy.
I mean,
that
people would argue that that's not funny at all.
Nah, that video is hilarious. That's a good show me good baby video. That's a better baby video.
All right.
Okay, my F. Well, this is kind of an F. I guess it could kind of be. I guess it's kind of an A. I'm just gonna make it my F. It's West Virginia. It's because in West Virginia, as you could imagine, people don't want to get the vaccine. And in order to get more people to have the vaccine, the state has offered a raffle. So they're going to put you at this raffle if you do it before a certain date. And on June 20th, the state will give away 5 custom hunting rifles and 5 custom hunting shotguns, Also, there will be brand new custom outfitted trucks, 5 lifetime hunting and fishing licenses, and getaways to West Virginia state parks. One person will win a $1.588 million grand prize, and 2 people up to age 25 will win college scholarships. The state's also offering a savings bond or $100 gift cards through the state government for those aged 16 to 35 when they get vaccinated.
Holy shit.
That's actually crazy. Maybe that should be an A, but I don't know if that should be an A because it's
why are we like rewarding this?
Like we're pushing a little too hard on the whole. It always makes the vaccine seem a little like,
yeah. I feel like it should be if you want to get it, get it. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. I mean, I personally think you should get it. That's why I got it because to me, seems like a better option than not getting it.
But I do understand and I see the perspective of people who don't want to get it, so I get that.
And
it's weird to bribe them that much.
It is, yeah. I didn't really think of it that way.
Very West Virginia style. It's like we'll give you guns and trucks and fucking shit if you get your vaccine. It's like
you shouldn't have to try that hard to convince people. If they want to get it, they'll just get it.
That's America, though. So
yeah, that's actually wild. That is crazy to me. I don't know, man. You know, I don't believe in all the conspiracies. I don't think they're fucking microchipping us or doing any weird shit with the vaccine, but it would be kind of funny if
that were the case.
If 60 years from now we all turn into fucking zombies and all the people that were the anti-vaxxers are like, told you, bitch.
Yeah. Like, it also could completely work the other way too.
True. But like, what if we just or it leads to some weird side effect where we all just get colon cancer when we're like 37?
I mean, I'd
suck.
I wouldn't be totally surprised, but
be unfortunate though.
It would really suck.
There you have it, guys. That's all we have today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. If you enjoyed it, you should drop a like. And if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you should go watch it on YouTube and subscribe over there and drop a review on the Apple Podcast app.
5 stars. That would be sweet. You can leave your questions for fan questions there. That would be super duper.
Yeah. Or you can follow us at PIMS Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok and send us messages for any fan questions for the next episode. Yeah. Kyle, where can they follow you?
At Kyle Stafford 36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast, like John said. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Also Patreon, patreon.com/PIMS Podcast. We got pre-shows. We got behind the scenes. We got bloopers. We got some good stuff for you guys.
Literally probably like 100 videos up there.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of fucking videos up there now.
And at some point there will be the audio from the missing episode.
Yes. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. We love you, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.